Happy Monday, everyone. It's weather for Weather Geeks time. Hope you had a great weekend. The weather was not that great over the weekend. We had a very cool day Saturday. It stayed in the 60s on Saturday. A little bit better yesterday, although the clouds, they took their time breaking. It wasn't exactly a bright and sunny Sunday. So it was a below average weekend. Finally looks and feels like summer today, though. We have sunshine. We have some fair weather cumulus clouds mixed in. It's 82 here at 2 o'clock or so p.m. in Youngstown, and yes, the dew points are up there. Dew points in the mid-60s right now, so it's definitely a humid day today. As far as the heat index, it's not much different than the temperature. It's generally in the mid-80s as far as the heat index is concerned this afternoon, because dew points aren't super high. I mean, dew points right now are in the mid-60s. If they were 70 or higher, those heat indices would be into the 90s. That's for sure. So the radar is nice and quiet right now, and I do suspect it'll stay that way for the rest of the day today. Across the nation today, we have some showers and some thunderstorms down here in parts of the Carolinas, parts of Georgia, Florida as well. And keeping a close eye on the northern plains this afternoon. This is where the Storm Prediction Center has a moderate risk, even a high risk. Actually, no, I'm sorry, that's moderate in red. Moderate risk of severe weather from Bismarck to Fargo and into north central parts of Minnesota. So big storms up there, but they are not coming here, at least in the near term. As far as heat, it is building. It is, again, 2 o'clock Eastern. Let's take a look at temperatures across the country this afternoon. Out in the central time zone, it's barely afternoon. Into the mountain time zone, it's just barely afternoon now, and it's already well into the 90s. And a lot of places will hit 100 out here before the day is through. So the heat dome is building out here across the middle of the country. Take a look at the kind of the 500 millibar chart here. Take off that. Let's put up the 500 millibar heights, and yeah, there's a big ridge of high pressure right here. See where there's a big open area right here, big circular area. That's where the center of our ridge of high pressure is. That ridge is not going to move overhead here, but it is building strong enough that a lot of this heat is going to get the green light to come east over the next few days. So tomorrow and Wednesday will be warmer than today, a little bit more humid as well. So we're not going to see mid-90s here, but could we see 90 before the week is through? I think that is a distinct possibility. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it might happen on Wednesday. 2 straight days of possible 90-degree temperatures. All right, we're going to be keeping an eye on Wednesday because it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid, and a cold front is going to be coming into this heat and humidity. This is the Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook for Wednesday into Wednesday night. We are not in the enhanced risk yet. My suspicion is, though, I've got a real sneaking suspicion that this yellow area, their slight risk or enhanced risk area, the next version of this will probably come down like this. That's my gut feeling, and include maybe parts of our viewing area. And again, this would be late on Wednesday. So cold front heading into this hot and humid of an air mass, even if the conditions aren't super ideal for widespread severe weather, I suspect they're good enough. It's going to be very unstable that we're going to be seeing some storms with the possibility of some fairly big ones towards the end of the day on Wednesday. In the near term, though, Tuesday is another quiet day. Here comes that cold front moving through the northern Great Lakes Tuesday evening. Nothing going on here other than just a hot day on Tuesday. Now here's Wednesday. Let's back this up to 2 p.m. So midday hours, our front right in through here, and ahead of it, warm and juicy atmosphere, and thunderstorms probably start firing early afternoon out in Toledo, maybe Lima, places like that. And then by late afternoon and evening, I suspect they're rolling through parts of the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. Now, this is 2 days away. My suspicion is this is maybe a 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. kind of a window for us. If we were to get some big boomers on Wednesday, that's just a 48-hour estimate. We'll be fine-tuning that forecast, but this will be late afternoon into evening, it seems to me. Now, this is a decent cold front. The air behind it is not cold. It's mid-July, but it will be cooler, and it will be noticeably less humid on Thursday. By Thursday morning, the front's off to the south and the east. We're in the clear at this point, and Thursday should turn out to be a pretty nice day. And I think Friday's a winner as well. Here's Friday afternoon. High pressure off to our west. So, we're back to this pretty comfortable midsummer weather at the end of the week, and that trend will continue into the upcoming weekend. Here's a look at Saturday. If you have outdoor plans, a lot of people have outdoor weddings, things like that at this time of the year. This past Saturday, not so nice. This coming Saturday looks pretty good. I think moisture holds off to the west all day on Saturday, so Saturday's a winner. Sunday, this is looking to me, 6 days out, like the more unsettled half of the weekend with perhaps a couple of showers and storms. for the second half of the weekend. Now, temperatures are going to be a story as we head towards the end of the month. We just got through a cool period late last week and into the weekend. Now we're warming back up, but the pattern is showing a very strong signal towards heading back to the cooler than average July regime about a week from right now. Even starting late this week, it'll be a little below average, but it looks like the first half of next week will be pretty cool compared to average. Now, that doesn't mean we'll be in the 50s or anything for highs, but it's probably no better than the mid 70s. Maybe upper 70s, but mid 70s mostly for several days in a row as we head towards this weekend into next week. So the worst of the cool, or the most unusual cool, will be out here across the plain states. But even around here, a 5-day period to wrap up July and start August could, average 2, 3, 4 degrees below what we would expect at the tail end of July and early August. Well, speaking of August, take this with a grain of salt because it's for the entire month, and these forecasts are prone to change. This is the latest climate forecast system outlook for the month of August across the continental U.S. and Canada, Mexico as well. It's painting a cool picture out across the Rockies for August. Not much of a signal, though, in the east. You're not seeing many bright oranges or reds. So if the climate forecast system latest outlook were to be believed, August would probably be relatively average month temperature-wise, with some peaks and valleys, some hot days, some cool days. It all averages out to be pretty typical. We'll be looking at this a little more closely as we get closer to August 1st, but sitting here on July, what is today, the 21st, this is what it looks like in terms of temperatures for August. Precipitation, not much to write home about here at this point. Maybe cool and wet out in the Rockies, southwest, monsoon season maybe. But here in the east, not a real strong signal, maybe a little wetter than average in Florida, but it's not showing a real strong signal either way around Ohio and Pennsylvania, so it could end up being a pretty average August in terms of both temperature and precipitation. Again, take this with a grain of salt. It's for an entire month, and we're still 9 days, 10 days away from the start of that month. So we'll have another look at this before the end of July. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Monday. Have a great rest of the day. I'll keep you updated on social media for the rest of today, of course, and you can catch my forecast on TV tonight, 21 News at 6 and 11. I will see you then.